going into the last day? Well, Jeremy Jones knows, because 2 years ago you were in that position, Jay. What were you saying to your players then to give them just some little bit of hope?
Well, I mean, it's the only way to beat these guys no matter the score. This break is going to turn out really nice, it looks like. Depends on what the blue 2 does. It did open up.
You guess right.
And put on the second turn. He didn't catch the 6. That's very surprising. That was a big ball to hit, Thorson. Yeah, sweet stroke there, and it's one that looks like it was much easier just because he's got to bend it.
Okay, so Skyler could kick that high.
A big kick for a big kick shot. Now this. And that's been the easiest pocket all week, that top.
Well, it'll feel like a steal. The Europeans had the break.
Was the reason why the safety came up, and it gave America some kind of opportunity, and they took full advantage, or taking full advantage.
Yeah, the break came up nicely for Phil Stick. And there is that first step.
Just how that unfolded, but what I was going to get at is the Americans keep going. You know, Europe really hasn't had anything mentally to worry about the entire event, it seems like. He hit it how he wanted. What I was going to get at is
away from the Americans, and once Europe get into a lead, they seem to just disappear over the hill.
Yeah, like I talked about just a moment ago, it becomes very mental, and a lot of times you play that type of shot, that ping forward. Oh, is this going to go a little long on him? It's close. Okay, you got it easy. Well, the camera sure can fool you. Like we had yesterday, some tactical battles and some length. America's going to get a look. Not really a pocket flick on the blue 2, trying to use the purple, excuse me, the pink and the green 6. This is a good touch. He's become one of the best at. Yeah, it just felt like it was a big pocket.
He really has embraced the Mosconi atmosphere so well this week.
Yeah, I think he's missed. Oh my! Talk about the commentator's curse.
That is probably the worst. What's the German for "don't do that again," Moritz?
Nah, I know what the Spanish is. No mas. He's had a little trouble with the draw stroke. You remember a couple. And there's certain shots you like, you know what I mean, you prefer, one he's pretty comfortable with.
Forrest has already been part of, along with Billy Thorpe. And he's in with a realistic. Are 2-0 down here.
Cue ball. It's going to hold up, but the one's going to end up. It did pocket the 2, though. It can be a little touchy as far as playing position. Maybe easy to overhit this.
Please, not the weather players down for the shot, thank you.
Yeah, like here, I'm not saying it's.
Not liking that 3-ball.
7-8 as the snookering balls. Yeah, it's a bonus if he gets behind the 6. In 6, so he's got a little more angle than I thought.
Listen to that atmosphere, Jeremy, and it's.
Yeah, there's only about five guys that don't want to see it tighten up too much table right now to get their first point of day 4. Or their first game, excuse me.
The Germans are off and running. Joshua Filler.
Well, the one wasn't even close. Did make the corner ball on a kiss, it looked like.
It was a beautiful one.
But is going to get a shot on the one. He caught it thin, so the cue ball is going to be lost. And now trouble for USA. Fell to the lower left and it hang up.
And there's nobody you'd back more to
Whatever,
do it.
bro. Whatever, here.
So tough, you have to say. But they've opened the...
I'm happy besides having to leave the table. This guy just doesn't miss those balls in betweens. Of course, the easy ones aren't going to be missed, but he...
Table, it's all part of his routine. And this looks fairly routine now.
We can't have that when the player's down for the shot, please.
So just killing the cue ball to leave a routine 9. Oh, watch out. Has it got the pace now? And it wasn't on line anyway.
All right, he's going to try and tie up the 3 a little underneath the 9, I believe. Trying to extend the game. Anytime
Team
you're
USA.
behind in
It's a
rails,
choice.
we do a lot. Yeah, just like that.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
again, I'm just not so sure that was worth all.
Ooh. Yeah, getting excited about the 9 again. I didn't have him back.
He's chipping off the right side, trying to come down by the pink. And he's playing it softer, using the green 6 and the purple 5. Very.
So the 3 deposited.
Purple
And this
5 and
was
6 grouped together. 7, 8 on the bottom end together, so it should get out and get back to that lead.
31. Got enough?
to lead once more in this match.
Yeah, good being conscious of speed. It's easy to just let that come down. It's past the 8 a little bit. He's got to get from the back to the 9.
That's fine. So the next 2 racks to surrender that advantage. Oh, and just when it looked as though Gorst and Woodward were going to go in front again, 9 goes in, they're 3-2 in front, they've got the break in the next rack, looking to get to the hill. But it's another moment that has passed the Americans by here at Alexander Palace this week.
Oh, trouble. Poor guys know when you make a mistake and they will punish you.
If the Europeans do win this rack, it'll get them to the hill and they'll still have a potential 2 more breaking racks to finish it off. In the spring, the Perry Open in Vietnam in October. Almost won the major event, which followed at the Hanoi Open, lost in the final. It was a German double in Sarajevo back in March, because just before that Premier League, Filler had won the European Open at the same venue.
Oh, sorry, Michael, I'm a little speechless. Uh-oh. Ooh. Thinking about that last 9-ball. Just kind of talk about what I mean. Sometimes it's going to bite you doing that, and I don't think that was the case there, that he was trying to really thump it in with a little authority. I just think, just like all week, at times.
Yeah, the US skipper looking on with regret there. So Ferragorst had the break, scratched off it, gave up ball in hand, and it was such an inviting position. From there, Filler and Neuhausen.
And the 2's going to end up on the top cushion, but I think they will have a look at it. So I'm not sure exactly what he's doing here. Okay, trying to play the 2 below those balls. Really get the cue ball over, and that'll do.
What do you think?
Well, it's party time.
This is pretty touchy here. Don't see anything I'm in love with. Don't know if this is going to spin enough. Yes, it is. Beautiful shot. Very smart with that speed, considering the pink's a little covered up.
Well, I've seen all sorts of it.
This looks perfect. To get short side on the pink. And that'll do. Oh, by Filler in that regard.
Just see the enthusiasm there from Filler. This is what the Europeans are like. They're relentless. They're in such a strong position, but
all great players are great front runners. That's why you got to keep the heat on. Believe me, there wouldn't be that many smiles and all that if the Americans had done the job they were supposed to. And you can see the writings on the wall here in our opening match.
Yeah, it was an encouraging start to the evening. Should have led again at 3-2. But Woodward's miss on the 9 will be added to the catalogue of moments for regret.
And then again, it was some of the easy things that got away.
It's so often the story. They come here, they do. And for the first time in 19 years.
To copy any Thorpe celebrations this evening in Carl Boys and Affiliates.
Dry break. Every shot now just vital for the States. And of course, the European.
Maybe even the purple ball as well. Yes, he's crashed into that. And he's hooked himself on the red 3.
I'm not saying it was easy, Carl, but with his knowledge of angles, when the Mosconi Cup began, not just a world-class player from Lithuania, they've also got a world-class player in Estonia, and Dennis Grant. It was a fortunate hook from Labutis, but boy,
Good breaker of the balls. All you can do is put that one in the side and see what the table gives you. Well, that little edge, that helped him. Played a good safety. He might be even trying to pop this ball in the bottom left. Yeah. Great shot, Thorpe. And it lets him down. You know, you've got to get up and just knock a ball in the pocket.
So often.
Oh yeah, discussing sun up, maybe future plans, Phil. Good pot, back. In prime, low.
Upper body movement, snatching on the ball. That was pretty fluid.
Well, not so sure about. We'll see in a couple of shots' time. For this combo, he's got the angle. Yeah, he is. I can't fault him. This will dress up nicely. This little bounce here. As long as you hit the lowest ball first, in this case, the 8 onto the 9, he'll win the rack.
USA wins the second one.
None of it. Billy Thorpe equal.
He's not had a glance around the table, and he'll know that it's not the most difficult of layouts for his opponent.
A massive audience. He's used to being at the business end of tournaments. But as I've said before,
just make sure you pop the ball. This has gone wrong, though. I thought you were going to play it firmer.
Enough to be a concern. To such an extent, he played safe.
Smart, smart man. What a shot!
Second foul.
Absolutely vindicated Labutis. He waited one. And the decision. Nice angle on 6 to go down for the 7. Looks like Labutis is going to.
He has got the break dialed down.
Again, adopting the safety first approach, but has.
And he's left it, Phil. He has left it.
He's Billy the back. He'll gain an awful lot of confidence individually going forward as a result of what he's achieved here. And he was pretty darn good anyway.
Yeah, you could sit out there and done it on your own, played in your singles point. And he's delivering. Good shot to get on the green 6.
Gregarious. Love crowd interaction, much like Jason Shaw. Labutis. But boy, now see come up with the good.
Europe wins the rack.
Yeah, the breakers deserted him now. If he took his extension or not. Anyway, here's the push.
Billy, it's your choice, please.
Yeah, so potting the ball, that stays down.
Now there may be, Labutis was working on the assumption that...
Free ball off a couple of rails, he's plumb on the blue. Just that one good shot on the one.
And Thorpe's the kind of player who...
Which he has done. Yeah, that's ideal, because now he can leave a good angle on the brown 7. He's got to get back up.
More than a little involuntary move.
No, but it is. And you stop.
On night 1, he missed.
USA wins the...
Making that one ball a lot difficult of a position. Labubu
Billy,
is
it's your
in.
choice again.
Well, 2 options onto the 8 ball. And I think he played safe to be.
That's about it.
Foul stroke.
9 first.
And it's ball in hand.
Yeah, that's what the TV table you want, but look at that purple ball. That's coming up after the next one. Next 2, rather. It's hard to see where he's going to pot.
Oh, so this is a vital rack, a vital visit. Well, he's literally on the fire.
Played a cue ball into it.
Suggests he's okay. Yeah, coaxed it in with side.
As their 5th player in the singles. Only Al-Qaeda lost the singles match. Everyone else has won.
Things happened in the Mosconi Cup. But missing this 9 would be the strangest.
Europe wins the rack.
Not the worst break
These
off.
type of shots. Don't know if the cross bank is on. Well, it was. Just to find a gap. Oh no, where's the cue ball going?
It's all very well though, knocking in spectacular banks. You've got to knock
kick.
Bootis.
Trusting the table. It's always dangerous. Yeah, took a bit of a gamble there. The main thing.
That time went for it. And he didn't get away with it.
Doesn't mind rolling it, does it? Yeah, where the brown 7 is, it's easy to... This is plum. Absolutely plum. He's going to pull one back. Reliable as ever. And it looks like pop the ball. Yeah, how much of the pocket has he got? Because as long as the cue ball's held up a little at singles point and put Europe on the hill.
He's shown everyone, and most importantly, Labutis 3 balls away. That one wasn't the most smoothly.
Yeah, you see it there. A lot of players come right back to the hand. Who cares? Rubber season for this moment.
Jason the Eagle Eye Shaw.
Tyler Steyer and Shane Van Boning. Van Boning looked so mightily impressive this week, hasn't he? The best we've seen for quite
Chances
some
there
time.
for them to do it again.
Heading up on the speed. The one goes short, and you know, I've kind of been with him in the practice area. It's hard for him to keep a slower cue speed or even a medium cue speed because he's so used.
Break, leaving an excellent chance. Yeah, Shaw potted the winning 9. Scott.
Yeah, I don't think you could write it any better, right? For these two guys, I think it's ideal. I don't exactly know what to say about America right now. That was real heavy to the lower side of the pocket. That's how he almost by the 6, I believe. Yeah, very tight, and he chunked it straight into the rubber. And I do think when you're trailing this much, anything can happen.
Into a 6-0 lead before the Americans got a point on the board, and it finished 11-3, and could be exactly the same this time.
There. He's played this shot a few thousand times in his career. That's going to be weak. Real rough.
The dry break. Okay, so Arcadi's made the one in the side. Another ball's gone down.
Know exactly what's going to happen. So.
And what's the worst that can happen? They lose again. They're losing every year anyway.
Well, there needs to be a complete. But if you're playing the tour and you're playing a lot of events, preparing for the Mosconi Cup, playing the events, if there's some other things going on, and this might go to the upper right, it's got the speed. Yeah, Jason said he barely hit it. I actually felt like he even... I don't think this is the case with Shaw and Alcady, but there is a possibility.
So it looks as though the scratch, the unforced error, had the chances to lead 2-0 instead. Oh, that'll do.
So he's going to probably pump this a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Barring a miracle, Van Boning will see from 19 appearances.
I'm disappointed in that play. You could have played the 5 all day.
That was the first of them. The control of this doubles encounter starts to ebb away.
USA has had the lead in so many matches and given those leads up for really no apparent reason.
When you say for no apparent reason, there are matches that are kind of handed away, and you look back and wonder, how did that happen? Well, Tyler Steyer, not for the first time this week. The upshot of it all on the board.
Really good there. A little cluster down here. Really tough to tie those up. I think. Yeah, really easy to cut it into his right knuckle there. It just seems to want to happen.
From the American point of view, when you consider the number of balls he's missed, some of them really bad ones, key moments.
Billy missed that 9 early in the teams on day 1. Look at this hit. Very good.
David O'Cady, assuming Europe finished the job, will extend his records for the...
Foul stroke, ball in hand.
This week, Scott. The Americans get into a bit of a lead and then just disappears from them. As you said, the number of matches, I think this time, could say it'll be a little bit misleading.
Yeah, and I get people are going to get defensive and say there's a pattern there. Something really needs to give. When you're winning, the front of that cue does not feel the pressure. Therefore, in turn, the balls will. Distance. Yeah, very smart choice. Captain.
Combining here to draw level in this doubles match. And from 2-0 they have made it 2-1. Well, you know, Scott, here's his first effort. Not dry this time, but he hasn't made the one. What can you really do about that?
You're killing me. You're killing me. Can we resume that in about 12 days or potential problem? And I think there's some other problems. I just don't feel like I'm in the right position to address it, even though that's my job. And my arm gets a little tight. I like the way he stroked it, but I don't like the way he made it.
Great chance now for... It's probably been his most disappointing Mosconi experience. Great team spirit, and the Americans don't seem to have that. They seem to come in with a more individualistic approach. Now, you know all the guys well.
You got to have the time on the table. But there's some other things psychologically that need handled. And there's some things within each. It's just not something that can happen overnight.
Time in this doubles encounter, the European pair are going to hit the front here. 3 racks in a row for Shaw and O'Cady, and they're 2 racks away. Cummings. David O'Cady then, as Europe look for 2 more.
Doesn't have the speed.
Oh, has it got the legs?
Shaw just got to get out in the middle of the table here, I believe, and everything's good. Oh, he was dead flat, so he's trusting his opponent here. And now
he does. Oh! Only needed the... This is another way to do it. Yes, he's done it this time. A stylish moment.
dry, and it's sideways. From there, we've lost 4 in a row. The blue 2 was a hope. Wow, he came all the way around. Dangerous. There we go. The 3 holds up
for the second time. We saw Piers Labutus make his big breakthrough in Hanoi. It's only glory.
Yeah, David came up a little short there. Nice recovery by Shaw. They've only played 13 matches. Credit to these guys, Michael. They've played.
2 players have ever potted the winning 9-ball 3 times. Johnny Archer is one. Joshua Filler is another. Jason Shaw.
Tell him what line he wanted to take because he was a little straight. Needs to run.